Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to start a new section that's dedicated to address some of the interpersonal relationship questions that you may have. And this section is based on Tsuneko Nakamura's new book that's published in 2022. And Tsuneko Nakamura is a 93-year-old Japanese psychologist, and she has been in practice since the end of the Second World War, and that's over 70 years now. And she has consolidated all of her lifetime's learnings into this book in a question and answer format. And the person asking the questions is Hiromi Okuda, her longtime colleague. So hopefully some of the contents will be helpful to resolve some of the issues in your life. And in this video, we are going to address when you are trying to change the behavior of someone else, what kind of mindset you should have.
No matter the age, it seems many people are troubled by interpersonal relationships. I've met patients in their 60s and 70s who have shared their troubles with me during consultations. Of course, I sometimes get troubled by these issues too. Is it that as long as one is alive, one cannot escape the troubles of interpersonal relationships? Yes, I have been troubled by interpersonal relationships too. Even now, to say I have no troubles at all is impossible. My biggest trouble has been with my family, especially with my husband. He loves to drink and goes to several bars every night until he gets drunk before coming home. He gives only a small portion of his salary to the family and never helps with childcare or housework. Moreover, when he's drunk, he has a bad habit of nagging me and the children for hours. I have considered divorcing him more than once. However, as I got older, the troubles with interpersonal relationships became less. After turning 60, my relationship with my husband became more relaxed. It seems you've had a tough time dealing with your husband. How did you change your mindset? In a word, by letting go of expectations. I realized that no matter how much I tried to persuade him with kindness, he would not change. So I had to think about how I could change. Once, I thought that divorce would affect my children's marriages and careers. Therefore, I decided not to divorce until both my children were married. After making this decision, I let go of my troubles, and thus, conflicts with my husband decreased. Letting go of expectations seems like a method applicable to various interpersonal relationships. I have had similar experiences. If I insist on changing the other person, wanting them to take action and change the situation, then the troubles only increase. I would think, why won't the other person change despite my earnest and heartfelt efforts? During consultations, I also feel that those who strongly believe it's not me who should change, but the other person are the ones who find it hardest to solve their troubles and find inner peace. You're right. When I tried hard to change my husband, I was in great pain. I feel angry, regretful, and sad. But when I realized changing my husband is impossible and gave up on that effort, I felt relieved and rarely experienced anger or sadness. First, one must give up the idea of trying to change others because we cannot change others. When we accept this fact, we can then freely decide on our actions according to our wishes. Yes, one must give up the idea of trying to change others because we cannot change others. When we accept this fact, we can then freely decide on our actions according to our own wishes. Yes, if we make our own decisions, then we can naturally accept them, right? At that time, I decided not to divorce before my children got married, and then I just needed to consider how to get along with my husband calmly. How exactly did you compromise? First, I devoted myself to work without thinking about my husband's issues. Although the job of a psychologist is challenging, it is meaningful. I try to reduce stress at work to make my job more relaxing. By focusing on my work, I create a space for myself away from family stress, which is how I keep my mindset peaceful. Indeed, if stress is hard to change, having another place unaffected by stress is critical.